This video is part of a series of SSIS tutorial videos created by COZYROC. In this video, I will show you how to configure a package that uses the left outer join type in the merge join transformation. When you use the left outer join with the merge join transformation, all of the rows from the left input source will be included in the output. And so here's a table that contains the source input for the left. It'll be considered the left input. And we have a phone number column there, and I know the phone numbers look strange, but anyway, that's what we're going to use as the ID to match rows from the right input. So in addition to the phone, we have first name, last name, and then we have gender and age columns that don't have any data in them. They're all null. And you can see we have 100 rows here. And now we'll go take a look at the other input data that is over here in an Excel file. So this has 102 rows in it, and you can see we have the phone number column, again that's the ID, and then we have data in the gender and age. So it's the merge join will use the phone number to match up to the row in the left input, and then it'll fill in the gender and age. And we do have a few rows in here that don't have matches in the left input, and there are a few rows in the left input that will not have matching rows here in the Excel file. All right, so now we'll go to Visual Studio, and I'm going to start by defining connection managers. So I'll define the one for the table first, and click OK. I'm going to rename that to left input from table. And then I'll define a connection manager for the Excel file. And we'll find that file path and double click on it. And we'll click OK, and we'll rename this also to write input from Excel. All right, now we'll drag the data flow task onto the canvas and double click on it to go over to the data flow. And we'll start by dragging the OLE DB source onto the canvas. And this will be used to read data from table. And we'll double click to open the editor. It's already selected the correct connection manager. And then we need to choose the correct table here, which is called student data. And we'll just do a quick preview. And that is the data we were just looking at over in Management Studio. We'll click OK to close that editor. And then we'll get the Excel source component and drag that over beside the OLE DB component. We'll be using this to read data from Excel. So we'll double click on that to open the editor, and we'll choose the Excel sheet, which is called Students, and we'll preview it. There's the data we looked at in the Excel file. We'll close the editor. And the data needs to be sorted on the ID column before we can feed it into the merge join. So we'll drag the sort transformation out here under the OLE DB component and connect the blue arrow. We'll double click. And here you can see it's going to be passing through all of the columns. And we need to choose what to sort on. So that'll be the phone number. We'll click OK, and then we'll drag the sort out again under the Excel source component and connect the blue arrow, double click, And again, all the columns will be passed through, and we'll click on phone because that's what we want to sort on, and close that. Stay tuned to see how I complete the configuration of the package and execute it.
Do you need to sort large amounts of data that can't be sorted using the standard sort? How many times has the standard sort component failed you when sorting more than 2 gigabytes of data? With COZYROC's Sort Plus component, you can sort any amount of data and any number of records. It's free for testing and development and provides the same set of capabilities like the standard sort component, and yet it does so much more. It's not limited by the amount of available RAM, also can accept multiple inputs, and all processing is done in parallel, using a configurable number of threads. COZYROC's Sort Plus provides optimal utilization of your server's resources, sorting very large amounts of data in a reasonable time. Download the Sort Plus component now. COZYROC SSIS Plus is free for testing and development within Visual Studio.
Now we'll use the merge join transformation, and we'll start by connecting the arrow from the left side here, which is the table data. And for our input, we say this is the merge join left input, which means this one is automatically the merge join right input. And then we need to select the type of join we want to use, and we're going to use the left outer join. It's already connected the phone numbers to be used as the ID. And as far as what we want to have in the output, we'll use the first name and last name from the table, but we want to pick the gender and age from the Excel file. And we do want the phone number also coming from the left side. We don't need it twice. We know that matches, so we won't pull that from the right input. So now we'll click OK to close that. And the last thing we need to do is write the results out into a table. And we'll say write merged output to table. We'll double click to open that editor, and it's in the same database, so it's already selected the right connection manager. And then we need to choose the table, which is called merged student data, and we'll make sure that's empty, and it is. And we click on mappings, and it looks like everything did get mapped correctly. And now we click OK to close that editor, and we save the package, and I'll execute it. All right, and it was successful, so I'll stop debugging, and we'll go over to Management Studio, and now we'll take a look at the results, the output. And there you can see we have 100 rows still, which is the same number we had in our input from the left input. And there you can see where we have null under gender and age. That's one of the rows that didn't have a match in the Excel file. And there's the other one. I think there were only 2. No, there's a third one. So there were 3 records, or 3 rows that didn't have a match in the Excel file. And then those extra rows that I put in the Excel file that didn't have a match in here, of course, did not get included. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to follow us on social media, here's how you can do that.